Welcome to the Greensboro Ice House here on Saturday afternoon in Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm Graham Tuck. Luke Ardizzone joining me momentarily as the Panthers of High Point take on the Virginia Tech Hokies in what should be a pretty good contest. The Panthers last night had a tough loss to the Tar Heels of the University of North Carolina. It was a 7-2 final in that one that stretched until 1 a.m. this morning, and it was a brutal loss for High Point. Michael Ohlweiler, 42 save performance on 49 shots compared to just 9 shots on goal the entire night for the Panthers. The offense not really able to do much on North Carolina. They did net 2 goals, one courtesy of Tim Fleury unassisted to get them on the board, and then a pretty one from Tyler Calkins, but give credit to Rob Cazzola with the assist. And that was the offensive performance for High Point yesterday, but it showed promise. The special teams, particularly the penalty kill, did pretty well yesterday. Ohlweiler gets a much-needed day off, and it'll be Sean Moreau making his first start of the year in the crease for the Panthers. We'll take a quick break, let warm-ups finish up, cut the ice, and then when we come back, it's the first period of action between the Hokies and the Panthers. Welcome back to the Greensboro Ice House for Saturday afternoon hockey. It's the High Point Panthers and the Virginia Tech Hokies. I'm Graham Tuck, Luke Ardizzone with me for what should be a pretty good contest. Both of these teams have had a pretty good start to their season so far, particularly for Virginia Tech. They swept the UNC Wilmington Seahawks, or as they call them, the Ice Hawks. It was a pretty good weekend for the Hokies in their opening weekend, and beyond that, they're a team that has a lot of variables. Their big goaltender Sebastian Biondi will not be in the crease tonight. It looks like it's going to be Vince Stevens, the senior from Warrenton, Virginia. And for the Panthers, it's Sean Moreau. Puck drop is underway, and we're ready to go here.
Yeah, hoping to see a bounce-back game for the Panthers after last night's tough loss, 7-2 to the UNC Tar Heels. It was a late night for the Panthers. They went till 1 a.m., so got to be thinking that they're pretty tired, but still ready to go and face off against the Hokies today, and we'll see if they can bounce back and get a win.
Puck leaks into the Hokies into the ice, but it's going to be an icing with 19:28 to go, and clock's still rolling for some reason.
Yeah, and after Ohlweiler went 42-49 last night, he's getting a little break today, and Sean Moreau is stepping into the starting position today. We'll see how he faces up against this Virginia Tech offense.
And already we're going to have a penalty assessed to the Hokies. It's Jackson France going to the box. Didn't see what the call was for, but it's a power play for the Panthers as they're getting into the zone.
Panthers starting off the season not very good on the power play, but it seems that as the season's gotten along, been able to execute a little better.
They're in on the goal, and that's a shot on, and though the net came off its moorings, it's going to be a shorthanded goal for Virginia Tech, courtesy of Nick Mazzuro. So one shot, one goal for the Hokies, and they're up 1-0.
Yeah, definitely going to need to see a stronger defensive presence back there. He was all alone, and Sean Moreau was not able to stop it. Panthers had 9 shots last night, and they're going to have to do a lot better than that on offense if they want to get in this game.
Egan possessing in the neutral zone. Johnson chips it into the zone, and the Hokies will easily clear. Still on the power play are the Panthers. Egan behind his cage. And they'll look to break out. And the Hokies clear from their own end yet again. Under a minute to go on the power play now, 18 minutes left in the first period. The Hokies strike quick, and now they're forechecking hard on the penalty kill. Henry's got it in his skates, and that'll kill some more time off the power play for the Panthers. Stretch pass for Fallon. Doesn't quite hit the mark, but it'll go off the inboards, and Fallon fans on the slapper attempt. And the puck will go back into the neutral zone yet again.
After already letting up a goal in this power play, the Panthers really have to execute here.
Egan looking for a drop pass to Fallon, can't find his target, and it'll go all the way back down to Moreau's cage. And now Kennedy's got a one-on-one chance. Sexton joining. Kennedy shot onto the goaltender Stevens. He'll swallow it up, and that's the first shot on Stevens that High Point has produced on this power play, but it came right as it ended, and with 17:11 left in the first, we'll have a face-off and the Panthers attacking in.
Good look by Kennedy there. That's the kind of looks we want to see on this Panthers offense.
Hokies control the draw, and they'll look to break out. Whistler being harassed. That's the captain for the Hokies. At the point, Strauss can't control it. It leaks into center ice. McDonald behind his own net. Hathaway on the forecheck for the Hokies. Slater takes it away. Shot on Moreau. And it's off the crossbar and out. Almost barred down. That would have been a snipe and a half from Slater.
Sean Moreau looked like he was not able to find the puck there. I think he might have lucked out there for a second.
He got caught off guard, and now it's Padgett. He got tossed last night. He's back in action. He was looking for a cutting Macheska. Couldn't find him, though. Pass off the end boards from Grill, looking for Padgett. 4 minutes gone in the first period. Kondraki at the point, keeps it in. Turns it over, though. Padgett takes a spill, and now the Hokies have unrivaled possession. They'll turn it over in the neutral zone, though. Right back to the Hokies it goes. Gaining the red line and dumping it in is Jack Ballera. Salvato behind the net, has someone in the slot, but a good break up there by Prune. Prevents it from possibly being 2-0 Virginia Tech. Cazzola moving around a man. Arsenault picks up the loose scraps to the slot off the stick of Cazzola. Couldn't quite get it to him. And now a 2-on-2 for Virginia Tech brewing. Shot on Moreau. He'll make the first save and cover up the rebound for a stoppage with 15-18 left.
Nice save there by Moreau. I think he's going to have to be making more saves like that throughout the game if the Panthers defense is going to be continuing to let the Hokies drive the puck down into their zone.
Off the draw, Virginia Tech hits the post on a shot. That was off the stick of Peduzzi, but they're going to rule a hand pass, so much ado about nothing. The faceoff will come to the neutral zone. Fallon collects as the winger off the draw. He was part of the defense pairings last night. He switched with Calkins, who is now the defense pairing for Kuntz. And Calkins ices it. We'll have another draw in the Panthers' defensive end. 15:02 to play.
Calkins, who scored one of the goals last night against the UNC Tar Heels with an assist from Cazzola. He's going to have to keep that offensive presence for the game.
Panthers win the draw, but a good play with the stick from Peduzzi will take it away. Now in the slot, Peduzzi a one-timer, and it's swallowed up by Moreau.
Moreau standing strong. Continuing to get good looks from the Hokies on him, but not letting up, and have some good saves so far besides that first goal that he let up.
Panthers win the draw with 14:48 to go in the period. Already down 1-0. Henry was looking for Kelly. Calkins in the defensive end behind the cage. He'll take a rough ride that time from Strauss. Kelly tries to get it out of the zone and does, but Rowley in the neutral ice will collect it. Kuntz giving chase for the Panthers. He'll put it off the boards for Johnson, who leaves for Kelly. Thought it might have been Cazzola, but now Henry will put it into the attacking end. Mudge moves around a man. That was a nifty move. Back to Mudge and off the post again. That's the third time that the Hokies have hit the post with a shot. It's gone in, one of the three. In the defensive end, it's Donovan. He'll move it up to one of the assistant captains, Morrison, but the Hokies are off sides. They'll touch it, and we'll have a neutral zone draw.
A couple of substitutions for the Panthers. Dakota Sexton has been put in, as well as Sean Egan.
Fleury wins the draw. Egan behind his cage. Off the boards, trying to find Fleury, who wasn't on the same page, but able to clear the zone are the Panthers. High Point having the same problem they had last night, not a lot of offensive zone pressure, and if that remains the same, as with 13-19, Moreau will cover up a stray puck. If that's the same case throughout the entire game, we're going to see a very similar game to what we saw last night, and that it's just going to be a lot of time of possession on the Panthers' defensive end. And it's going to be really tough for Moreau to stand tall when you just can't get the puck out of your own end.
That's really not what we want to see out of this Panthers team. Got to get some more shots on the Hokies.
Pageant, drop pass for Prune. Egan around the boards for Jack Olson. He lost it in his feet. Fans on the pass once, but Egan will get it. Leave it for Prune, who will finally chip it across the blue line. At the red line, though, he loses possession. Egan puts a hit onto Hathaway, and then Prune in the defensive end will collect again. Still looking for a successful breakout are the Panthers. Whistler for Slater. Pad save Moreau on a seeing eye shot from Whistler that somehow found its way through traffic. Bad pass that time from Olsen. Loose in the slot. Slater was all alone, but he couldn't corral it. How did he find that angle? Slater near side on Moreau, and it's 2-0.
That was a snipe from Slater there. High Point Panthers is unable to withstand the pressure from the Hokies offense. They are really going to have to improve their defensive plan here. Sean Moreau cannot keep taking shots to the goal like that.
7-1 shots on goal in favor of the Hokies.
And like you said before, this is looking a lot like last night, where the Tar Heels had 49 shots and Panthers only had 9 shots.
They didn't have any in the first period. They went a full 20 minutes of play without a shot on goal. Now a chance for Cazzola. He'll put it into the chest of Stevens. In the defensive end, the Hokies look to break out. Salvato has it. Stretch pass looking for Hogan, couldn't find his man. Kondraki will slap it into the offensive end for High Point. Rowley. Drop pass from France, but it'll get picked up by Fallon. McDonald, nifty move, but a turnover. France shoots, and it's a blocker save that time from Moreau. 11:45 left in the period. Shot blocked by Kondraki, but it gets loose, and off the stick of Salvato, it'll be another save for Moreau. So 2 saves very quick back-to-back.
Yeah, some more good looks there from the Hokie offense, but Sean Moreau standing strong, and Panthers gonna have to improve that defensive position there. Cannot continue to allow those kind of looks from Virginia Tech.
Kelly can't quite pick it up off the face-off. Virginia Tech with possession. A shot goes high over the crossbar. That was a slingshot from Walter. Toe drag move, a nifty one at that from Peduzzi, but he loses it. Peduzzi gets it back. Top of the far circles, a shot, and he scores. Gavin Peduzzi unassisted, and with 11:16 left in the first, it's already 3-0 Virginia Tech.
It was a good look there by Peduzzi as well. Panthers still falling to the offensive pressure of the Hokies. Really are just going to have to get some more shots on their goal. They can't keep allowing this many shots and not getting any pressure at all on offense.
And it's really just odd to see the team playing like this when 2 weeks ago they came out and gave UNC a good game, one in which they won, and they gave Wake Forest a game that ended in a tie. They played both of those teams very well, and then this weekend they've just come out and laid an egg in 4 straight periods.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to see some sort of spark from the offense. Turnover
by Egan at the blue line, and now moving the other way with it is Bulera. top of the circles. He'll drop pass to the slot. A shot. Good save from Moreau. That's his best of the day so far. Saved by Walter. In the defensive end, getting it out is Prune for the time being. Kennedy puts a hit on a man. Sexton lost it. Moving with it is Walter for the Hokies. He'll turn it over to Prune. Kept it at the blue line. Slapper from the point. Moreau lost it. He thought it got out. He thought there was offsides, but that one was clearly kept in. You play till the whistle. Moreau didn't, and it's 4-0 Virginia Tech.
Really a shame to see something like that. Moreau clearly was not ready for that goal because he thought it was an offsides, but did not matter. Like you said, played to the whistle, and Virginia Tech scoring yet another goal.
.10:09 left. We're not even halfway through the first period, and High Point is already down by 4.
This Panthers team is resilient, but being down 4, not even halfway through the first period, is not something easy to come back from.
Egan at the red line. He'll get it in. Nearly on goal towards Stevens. 9:41 left in the period. Moving with it the other way is Potocny. Clay Potocny tried to leave a centering pass, but it's off the stick of Moreau. Still loose in Moreau's crease. It'll finally get out. Potocny cross-ice pass, broken up, and Kennedy trying to get out. Now it's Strauss, his pass blocked. And Sexton moving with it for High Point. 3-on-2 if they want it. It's Fleury, and Kennedy couldn't stay on sides. We're going to have a stoppage with 9:13 left to go in the first.
That's a shame about that Kennedy penalty. It looks like Panthers going to have a potential good look there, 3-on-2. But, again, unable to capitalize.
Neutral zone draw. And Whistler's going to get tossed from the circle. Stepping in is Hathaway to take the draw. Whistler allowed back in. Don't know that I've ever seen that before. And Strauss in the defensive end will try to break out. McDonald can't keep it in on sides. Panthers touch up. Rowley. Stretch pass finds Hathaway, but he can't settle the bouncing puck. Finally does. Has numbers now. Shot on, and Moreau lost it. It goes wide. Whistler. 8:45 to go in the period. Kondraki. Behind the cage, Slater. Tried to leave it back for Whistler, who tries to toe drag around Kondraki but can't. Passes out of the reach of Pageant. 8:26 to play in the first period. Pageant's pass was too far out in front of Macheska, and Grill can't settle it. Hokies in on sides now. Broken up. And now after a tip at the red line by Donovan, it'll go all the way back down into the Hokies' defensive end.
Finally getting out of their territory, but they're already marching back.
Kondraki turns it over to Donovan, and now the Hokies have possession again. But a good poke check from Arsenault. He's in on sides, has Cazzola with him. Line change for the Panthers. Arsenault still fighting off Hokies. He comes away. Arsenault looking to the slot. Nobody there, and we're going to have a penalty.
Great poke check and move by Arsenault over there.
Arsenault with a pretty nifty move, and he draws a cross check from Bulera in the process, so the Panther power play is going to get another chance.
Yeah, surrounded by 3 Hokies over there. He was somehow able to get the puck out of that mess, and now the Panthers can have a chance at the power play. See if they can get something in before the first period's over. Hopefully the Panthers can at least get 1 goal during this power play. Ideally multiple, but at this point, this offense just needs something to keep them going. And
well, this is a pretty good chance to get that first one. 2 minutes on the board, and a quick shot off the draw from Ardizzone. Don't know if it ever got on goal, but it was towards the crease, and a hit behind the play. There's a Hokie down, and we're not going to have a stoppage yet. Can't quite tell who it is. It looks like it's Camden Glass, who took a solid shot. And he'll get off under his own power. 1:48 to go in the power play, 7:29 in the period.
Clash immediately went to the locker room. It's like he's shaking up a little bit.
5'8", 160 sophomore from Edina, Minnesota. Panthers win the draw, but it's cleared out. Moreau. Now Calkins. Panthers not moving with a whole lot of urgency right now. 1.5 minutes on the power play. Cazzola behind the net for Egan, and now the set play getting set up. Egan leaves for Ardizzone. Drop pass for Fleury. This is a new power play line. Haven't seen this one before. Ardizzone has Cazzola in the slot, leaves for Fleury at the circles instead. Calkins at the point. He'll do a little spin move, leave it for Fleury at the circles. Tries to find Ardizzone in the slot. He's there, but the shot goes wide. Under a minute left on the power play now. 6.5 in the period as Virginia Tech ices it. 12-2 our shots on goal in favor of the Hokies.
Not the kind of statistic we really want to see. Looking very familiar to Panthers offense last night.
Cazzola tried to drop it back for Calkins, and now a shorthanded breakaway chance. A shot in on Mazzuro, and Moreau squeezes it between the pads, and he'll stop it with 27 seconds left on the power play. Virginia Tech opened the game with a shorthanded goal, and a good stop that time from number 29 to prevent another one from making it 5-0.
Nice save and great vision there by Sean Moreau. Hokies had a wide open look there, and he was able to track down the puck and get the stop.
6 minutes even left in the period, 22 on the power play. Johnson across the blue line for McDonald. Backhanded pass off the boards, it's to himself. Sticks cancel, it's a shot on goal, but it's a stick save and an easy one for Stevens. And we'll have a draw in the offensive end for the Panthers. 9 seconds left on the power play, 5:50 in the period.
Easy save. I'm glad to see the Panthers are still getting some good looks and getting some shots out, but it looks like they're not going to be able to take advantage of the power play as there's only 9 seconds left. See if they can put together a last-second effort.
And the Hokies dump with 5 seconds left on the power play, so that should do it. Penalty kill 2 for 2 for the Hokies. And the power play has not looked good the last 2 nights for High Point. Fallon tries to get it into the attacking zone but can't. Puck up in the air. Kelly puts a hit onto a Hokie, and now Potocny in the zone. Dances around 2 Panthers, but Kondracki with a good stick to clear the danger. Turned over though. It's Mudge. Centering pass, found nobody on the other end of it. And now Henry moving with the puck. He'll get the red line, dump it across. Fallon chasing. Henry gloves it down, and he took a spill, unintentionally tripped up the captain Whistler. Kelly had the puck, lost it after a good poke check from Gavin Morrison, and Kondracki took a spill to break that up. Henry dancing in on sides. Shot on, and it's an easy chest save for Stevens. 4:50 to go. 4-0 Virginia Tech.
Panthers are going to have to get some better looking shots than that. At least they're getting some shots off, but those looks are not particularly open, and the Virginia Tech goal is not allowing those to come in.
And a quick shot off the draw. It didn't find the back of the net. We're going to have another offensive zone draw for the Panthers. That's an easy pad save from Stevens. A shot from Kennedy off the face-off. Moving with the puck was Slater before he dumped it in. Slater had a nice goal earlier in the period And I think he's got 2. He had the first goal as well as the second. The second one was very pretty, a snipe short side. Beat Moreau to the blocker. Sexton dumps it in. He'll give chase. Sexton playing in his 3rd game for the Panthers this year. He's got 1 goal. It came against Wake Forest. Slater looking for a deflection in front and get a little bit of a tip that time from Whistler, but a pad save from Moreau. In the slot, Slater with it. Looking for the hat trick. Tries to dump it across, nobody on the other end, and Kuntz moving with it now. 3:53 left in the period.
Panthers have looked a little better the second half of the period, but still going to have to get some better looks on offense.
Definitely work to do. Egan at the point. Fires a missile from the blue line, nobody on the other end. Jack Olson playing with the forwards. Pageant behind the net, 3:30 left. Macheska was a part of that scrum, but he takes a spill. And Virginia Tech will dump it up. Kuntz tried to pass off the boards, but Hathaway broke it up. CK checking along the boards. Now France behind the goal line. We're going to have a whistle, and it's a penalty assessed to Virginia Tech again. It's going to be a high sticking call, and it appears that it's going to be France who's the guilty party. No, it's Hathaway.
Sean McDonald's coming in.
So the Panther power play is going to get another chance with 3:09 left to go in the period. And you definitely want to try to capitalize on this at the end of the period for some momentum going into the second. Of course, you didn't have the start to this game that you wanted, but it's still early.
Yeah, 4-0 is
and this
definitely manageable too.
Absolutely. This is a team that was down 5-1 to UNC 2 weeks ago, came back to win 8-7.
Yeah, very resilient, but they really going to need to take advantage of this power play.
Egan. Arsenault now at the circles, looking for a deflection. Cazzola was there, couldn't get the angle.
Not a bad look.
It's the best look of the day so far for High Point, if you ask me. Virginia Tech clears, and Egan at the goal line, breaking out. Finds Arsenault. He'll get a stick to it to put it on sides. And now Cazzola. Henry in on sides this time. Far side circles. Stops. Circles back around. Egan, high slot. Fires through it. Got a deflection in front, but it goes wide of the cage. 1:15 left on the power play for High Point. Arsenault, bottom of the circles, couldn't get a shot on goal. And now the Hokies moving the other way shorthanded. It's on the stick of Salvato. Gets around. It's a breakaway shot. He scores.
Not what you like to see off the High Point's defense, especially during a power play. Also, to correct myself, it was Tyler Calkins who substituted in, not Sean McDonald. But High Point Panthers, is definitely a mistake that could cost them, as they had a power play that they really needed to take advantage of and were unable to, and let up a goal.
2 shorthanded goals and 3 power play opportunities. And that is not what you want to see if you're Coach Don Starcher, who's going to have a lot to say at intermission. I can guarantee that. We'll have a false start on the draw. 1:02 left in the power play, 2:11 in the period, and it's 5-0 Hokies.
Panthers really need a strike back here.
Johnson playing D right now. You got 4 forwards out there. Fallon in on sides. Looking for Kelly, who was darting towards the crease. Couldn't find him, though. McDonald, point-to-point pass for Johnson. He'll put it off the boards for Kelly. Rims it all the way around, and Arsenault picks it up. No, that's Fallon. McDonald, now Fallon, far side circles. At the hashes. Still with it, Fallon. He'll take a hit and lose it. Johnson. He turns it over to Mizuto, who takes a spin, and now the Hokies the other way again. On the stick of Bulera. Gets between the 2 defenders. A good hit from Kelly. Will break that play up, and Moreau melts it down. 20 seconds left on the power play. 89 ticks in the period, and High Point down by 5.
Yeah, this will be High Point's last chance, it looks like, to get a power play in this period, so we'll see if they can get anything done the last 20 seconds.
15-5 shots on goal in favor of the Hokies. So for every shot that the Panthers have put on Stevens, the Hokies have a goal. Obviously not the numbers you want to see.
A little bit better than the percentage we saw last night, but still not good at all.
5 seconds on the power play. Cazzola has it at the circles. Backhanded shot. It's a pad save from Stevens. Didn't have a good angle, and the power play expires officially 0 for 3 on the man advantage of the Panthers. On sides is Peduzzi. Stick save from Moreau, and a lazy one at that. Just barely able to clear trouble. It nearly trickled in on the near side post. Under a minute to play in the period. Fallon forechecking hard. Turnover forced, but Fleury couldn't quite stick it down, and it goes into the bench and out of play. 45 ticks left in the frame now.
Panthers aren't able to get a goal. For the last 45 seconds, they at least have to play some strong defense and just keep the offensive pressure from the Hokies away.
Strauss off the boards, turns it over to Calkins, who can't clear it back off the same spot on the boards. Possession being fought for, 30 seconds left. Grill clears it out, doesn't have the legs for icing. At the attacking blue line, Panthers lose possession, and it's behind the cage of Stevens. Blowing a tire is Morrison. He'll turn it over, and now on the neutral zone. Possession still up for grabs. The Hokies come away with it. Strauss dumps it in with under 10 to play. Off the glass, it's going to go all the way down. No icing. Actually, yes, the arm wasn't up at first, and with half a second left, we'll have a defensive zone draw. Look for a quick shot here. And I'll tell you what, if the Hokies were smart, they'd go ahead and pull Stevens to the bench with half a second left. You have no chance of a shot on goal the other way. So we'll have a puck drop and then a buzzer. And there it is. That does it for the first period. Mercifully over, and it was not one to remember for the Panthers. 5-0 is the score as we head to the first intermission. And Coach Starcher is going to have a talk with his boys. Hopefully they'll come out with a little bit more inspired look for the second set of 20 minutes. 15 minutes up on the board for intermission. We'll come back right after this. Back here at the Greensboro Ice House, after a rough first period, High Point is back out.
Yeah, not exactly what we wanted to see out of the Panthers in the first period. Down 5-0. They've really got to get, hopefully, a goal to start off the half, and maybe that could be a spark for this offense.
You would hope. The Hokies control off the draw, though. And they move in a centering pass and a development, as now we can see Eric Smith is in the crease for the Panthers. Sean Moreau, his day looks to be done. After a rough first period, 5 goals allowed on 15 shots.
Yeah, let's see if this swap with Eric Smith and Sean Moreau will make a bigger difference in the defense.
16-5 in favor of Virginia Tech, the shots on goal. In their attacking zone, a shot on Smith, his first save of the afternoon. At the point, it's controlled by Salvato. He's got 1 goal today. Panthers still without Paxton Nupp, as well as Garrett Escala and Camden Hussey. Moving into the neutral portion of the ice is Fallon, in on sides. Tries to dance around Donovan, but can't do it. But Cazzola will put it back into the attacking zone for the time being. Fallon diving for the puck, can't get to it, and now moving with it is Bolera. Pass to Peduzzi. He also has a goal today. And a 3-on-2 for High Point if they want it, off the boards for Johnson. And I don't know how, but that one ended up being offsides. With 18:31 to play in the period.
Yeah, I kind of thought that the Panthers might make a substitution at goalie, considering that Sean Moreau allowed 5 goals in the first period. So hopefully Eric Smith can keep this even strong.
That puts Moreau's goals against on the year at a number that I won't say, but it's not one that you want to have in your stats. And we saw Moreau last year. We know that he's better than the way that he played today. I think more than anything, it just looks like the Panthers as a whole are just playing sluggishly, as now Kelly is checking hard on the forecheck, and he almost was able to get a shot on goal. McDonald at the circles with 18 minutes to play in the period. He'll turn it over. Johnson almost able to get it back, but not quite. Kelly still forechecking hard. He'll come away with the puck. This is what you like to see offensively. In the slot, it's loose. Henry couldn't get a stick to it. Slap shot from the top of the circles off the stick of McDonald. Can't find it. And behind his back, Stevens reaching for the puck, and he'll finally cover. 17:46 left in the period. That's the best offensive chance the Panthers have had all day.
Yeah, you're right, Graham. Even though they were not able to get a goal, that is the kind of offensive pressure we need to be seeing from the Panthers. Just keep attacking the goal, and hopefully they can get a couple in.
Just keep wearing the opponent down, and eventually you'll break through. That's the theory that a lot of teams at this level employ. And the Panthers are no different. When they're behind, they love to send a lot of guys on the forecheck, and it works for them about 80% of the time.
Yeah, it looks like they're going back to that strategy to start this period off.
Stevens will glove down the shot from the blue line off the stick of Kondraki, and we'll have another draw to his glove side. 17:39 left in the period. High Point has finally cut the advantage in the shots on goal department to single digits. Shot off the face-off from Fleury is a save from Stevens, and in the attacking zone, the Hokies will lose possession. So High Point playing a little bit more fiery in this period. McDonald off the official, and Kennedy gets it back towards the net, and it's behind the cage. That was a decent opportunity for Kennedy. Had McDonald at the point if he wanted him, but elected to go the other option.
It was a good look. Faked me out. I thought they had it for a minute, but...
And there's a penalty assessed. Looked like it was going to be against Virginia Tech, as the whistle didn't blow immediately. Wouldn't be surprised if we had coincidental penalties right here. Tim Fleury's going to go to the box for High Point. And it's a roughing call against Tim Fleury. I thought for sure we were going to have a call against Virginia Tech as well. And we are. It's going to be Clay Potocny from Butler, Pennsylvania going to the box as well. So we are going to have coincidental penalties with 17:02 left. Score still 5-0 Virginia Tech.
It looks like we're going to get some 4-on-4 hockey.
The 4 out on the ice for High Point are Kuntz, Calkins, Arsenault, and Kelly. We talked about Kelly a lot yesterday. He had 7 points through the first 5 games, unable to advance upon that yesterday, as the lone goals in the contest for High Point came unassisted from Tim Fleury and from Calkins, assisted by Cazzola. Virginia Tech touches the puck. Don't know why offsides wasn't blown, as they were clearly off, but Arsenault moving with it the other way with speed. Good stick handling. Kelly will pick it up. Seeing eye pass to Kuntz. He'll turn it over. Good stick though. He'll get it back. At the circles, to the slot off the skate of Kelly. Couldn't do anything with it, and the puck will clear the zone. 1:15 left in the 4-on-4. High Point with sustained offensive pressure for the vast majority of this period. And we're going to have a whistle as Arsenault was checked into the door of the Virginia Tech bench. And want to give you an update. Camden Glass from Edina, Minnesota was one of the Hokies that took a spill in the first period. He is going to be out for the remainder of the game with what appears to be either an arm or a shoulder injury.
Yeah, looked like he was hit pretty hard and a little shaken up after the injury. He knew immediately something was wrong.
Hathaway in on sides. He's got an opportunity and he'll take it, but it's a good pad save from Smith. Just closed the door very quickly on that opportunity. 15:59 left in the period.
Eric Smith's had a couple of nice saves so far, but the High Point defensive pressure has also been a lot better.
And another pad save from Smith, that time off of a hot shot. One that might melt the ice a little bit. A one-timer off the stick of Salvato, and he scores. He beats Smith high on the glove side, and it's 6-0 Virginia Tech.
Yeah, multiple shots there on Eric Smith. They kept continuing the pressure, and it was only a matter of time before one of the good looks they were having would go in. And that was a good look there by the Hokies, and Eric Smith unable to save it. As this hole is getting deeper and deeper, it's now 6-0, and Panthers are going to need to do something quickly if they want any chance at coming back from this.
Still 32 seconds left in the 4-on-4. 15:35 to go in the second period. Panthers are off sides, but at the blue line, Henry will just dump it in on the net of Stevens. Virginia Tech moving with it. It's a one-on-one. They've got it with speed. In all alone. Egan loses his stick. Backhanded pass and a good save from Smith to stop it off the stick of Walther, it looked like. Top of the circles. It's Donovan. Shot on, and it's deflected up and out of play. That was a pretty decent chance that time for Virginia Tech. Just couldn't make anything of it.
Yeah, Eric Smith only allowed 1 goal so far, but had a couple of nice saves. And the Hokies have definitely had some good offensive looks, but he's standing strong. Offense is going to really have to keep pressuring on Virginia Tech because they started off that way, but now it seems like Virginia Tech is just pushing and pushing on the offensive side.
2 seconds left in the 4-on-4. We'll have the draw, and that'll just about do it. And the Panthers win. Fleury and Potocny out of the box. Turnover in the offensive zone for the Panthers. A shot on, and it's a blocker save from Stevens, and it'll go out of play. That was a dangerous opportunity for Dakota Johnson. That's about the same spot on the ice from which he scored in last year's tournament game against Liberty with under a minute left to cut it to a 1-goal lead for the Flames. High Point couldn't score in the final minute of play again to even it up. That was a big play from Johnson nonetheless. Under 15 to go in the period now. 6-goal advantage for the Hokies, who bring it in on sides. It's Masuro. Turns it over to Olsen. And now possession still being fought for. It'll be picked up by Walter. Prune couldn't get it on his tape. He'll chase back in his defensive end. High Point moving with the puck. They'll turn it over, and getting in on sides is Walter.
Panthers getting the puck into Hokie territory. See if we can get a couple shots on the goal.
Macheska rims it around the boards for Kelly. Tries to drop pass. Still in a scrum, and Pageon will come away with it for the time being. Check into the boards. Olsen joins. Puck is still caught up in some skates, and now the Hokies moving away with it. They've got an opportunity. Guess who? It's Walter again. In on Smith, and a Hokie goes flying. There's going to be a delayed penalty call. Another blocker save from Smith. He thought he put it to the opposite side.
Missed opportunity on the goal there for the Hokies on that first one. They had a nice look, but tripped up and not able to capitalize.
In on Smith, a centering pass, a shot, they score. Gavin Morrison cleaned up the scraps. It looked like the intended recipient of that pass was Walter in the slot. I apologize, it was Mudge that was in on Smith. But there to clean up the mess is Morrison, and it's 7-0 Hokies.
Yeah, it was an initial good save by Smith, but then got right out, and Hokies scored right after. He was not able to track down the puck and stop it. So it's really a shame to see that for the Panthers. And now 7-0. This is looking worse and worse for the Panthers.
Morrison had it at the blue line, but lost it. Arsenault in on sides. He'll fire one from the blue line that gets gloved down by Stevens, and we'll have a stoppage. 12:46 to go in the period. And while I will say that High Point has played much more disciplined today than we're used to seeing them play, they still haven't allowed a power play to the Hokies. That being said, the power play for the Panthers is 0 for 3, and there's going to be the first power play opportunity for the Hokies. Might have spoken too soon. It's going to be interference. Looks like it's on Kuntz.
Yeah, this is not going to be good for the Panthers, considering they've been allowing multiple shots and goals on their defense, and now that they're going to be shorthanded. Let's hope they can prevent anything bad from happening. Really just going to have to keep the puck out of their defensive zone.
First power play chance for the Hokies. A shot, it goes off the glass, high of the bar, off the stick of Potocny. Egan. He'll dump it down with 1:45 left in the penalty to Kuntz for interference. 12:20 in the period. Moving with it in the neutral zone is Strauss. He'll put it in on sides. No icing. Behind the cage. Possession being fought for. It'll leak out of the zone. Moving with it is Morrison. Arsenault forechecking on the man disadvantage. Mudge for Potocny. He'll lose it. France picks it up. Cazzola with a good check. And now Morrison will collect it in the corner. Big hit from Cazzola right in front of the boards. A clean one at that. Under a minute left on the power play. And blowing a tire is Bulera. And the Hokies will have to touch up.
Nice job keeping the Hokies at a firing range for the Panthers. You know, they're short-handed. They're did a good job at just not allowing the Hokies to have any good looks and take some good shots.
Hit into the boards by Kelly. Puck will clear the zone. Under 30 left on the power play for the Hokies. Kelly with a good check on Mazzuro, but he walks away from it. Egan blocks that shot down from the point. Under 15 left on the power play now. Calkins will clear the zone, and the seconds will keep ticking on this Virginia Tech power play. Looks like the penalty kill will continue to succeed for the Panthers. They are 1 for 1 on the day. That penalty kill has been doing very well as of late.
Yeah, nice job by the Panthers there. Not allowing any goals on the Hokies. That penalty kill still looking good and strong from the whole season.
Salvato had it in a scoring area, but lost it at first. That one's deflected in front of the net. Stick save from Smith, and he'll clear the crease for now. Mazzuro able to keep it in the zone that time was Walter. Moving in, a pass to the other side of the slot. Was just out of the reach of Salvato, who's looking for another goal. Odd bounce off the glass, and it'll stay in the zone for the Hokies. A shot on, what a glove save. No, it's deflected in front, and Salvato gets another goal. Just batted it down, and it's 8-0 Virginia Tech. It looked like I saw the glove of Smith flinch just a little bit, but it might have been the stick of Salvato deflecting it. Nonetheless, it's 8-0 Hokies.
Yeah, I think it was deflection there, but regardless, I thought the Panthers were going to be doing good on defense after they did not allow any goals on the power play, but looks like it was only temporary as the Hokies were able to get a good look and score there.
Panthers win the draw but lose possession in neutral ice. Christian Kuntz at the goal line. Slater, shot from the circles, and Smith will save and cover. 9:34 left in the period.
Nice save by Eric Smith. He hasn't allowed 3 goals up to this point, but he's had some really nice saves during this period. And it's pretty good considering the looks that Virginia Tech has had on the goal.
Calkins possessing. Cazzola with a hit from behind. Slater moving in on hat trick watch, and it's off the post. Backhanded shot from the captain. Whistler goes high. Slater leaves for Whistler. Cazzola back to him from Johnson. Arsenault deflects it at the red line and turns it over. Arsenault was offsides, but Johnson couldn't move in with it. Calkins for Arsenault. Spins around a man but lost the puck. Slater moving in. 8:48 left. Fleury had it, lost it, and at the red line it's dumped back in by the Hokies. Fleury tried to get Kuntz with it, but it's out of his reach. Calkins will lay it back for CK. Heitzman breaks it into the zone, courtesy of a good defensive pass and an attempt on the short side. That time by Rowley, wasn't able to find the mark, and now the Panthers are in on sides. It's Logan Kennedy. Doesn't have any help, but he'll put it along the boards, trying to wait for some. Sexton joins and helps out the cause, but they'll lose the puck with under 8 to play now, 7:53 to be exact. 8-0 Virginia Tech, shots on goal 28-11. We're going to have a pause as the door has opened up.
Panthers really going to have to work on maintaining control when in Virginia Tech's defensive zone. Something they've been struggling with throughout this game.
$7:45 to go in the period. Panthers have not won a game in which they've scored less than 3 goals, but when they score 3 or more, they're undefeated. And that tells the story. In the last 3 years, High Point has not been shut out. They are currently in danger of losing that streak. Shot on, blocker save, he lost it, and Kennedy couldn't clean up the rebound. That was the first time that Stevens hasn't looked perfect so far. Valera being checked.
Besides that, Stevens has some great saves throughout this game and has looked pretty perfect with a couple of exceptions.
Valera fans on it, and now it's a breakaway chance for Fleury. This could be good for the Panthers. Fleury moves once, twice, backhand, he scores!
Great move and great look by Tim Fleury there. Able to keep his hot streak going after scoring last night as well.
Yeah, I was about to go there. It's 2 goals in as many games for Tim Fleury, who now stretches his goal total on the year to 4 and ties himself for the team lead with Sean Kelly.
2 forces on the offense. Good to see the Panthers at least getting on the board. Maybe this can draw a spark and they can bring that lead a little smaller.
And as soon as he scored that goal, Tim Fleury headed to the locker room. Not exactly sure why, but hope he'll be back soon. Panthers with possession in the offensive end, now down 8-1. Moving in with it is Potocny. Centering pass, not able to be broken up.
Missed opportunity there.
That shot's blocked by Macheska off the stick of Hogan. Potocny at the circles, dances once, twice, gets around both men, a shot, and a good blocker save from Smith.
Nice moves there.
6:15 left in the second period. High Point has cut the Virginia Tech lead to just 7. Turned over by the Hokies. Macheska at the near side circles. Good stick by the Virginia Tech forward to prevent that one from developing any further. Pageant puts a hit on a man at the board. So does Macheska. Got to be careful. Grill will put that one up and out of play. 5:48 left to go in the second frame. Well, we talk about the announcers jinx a lot, and I think that's the first time that I've ever done it in a positive manner by preventing High Point from being shut out. So props to me on that one, guys.
Yeah, we'll take it, Graham.
Of course I kid, but a pretty goal from Tim Fleury is one of the lone bright spots for High Point in this contest. And that's another one right there. Sean Kelly laying the body around, but moving with it the other way is Hathaway. Virginia Tech does not have numbers, but the stretch pass finds Slater. Tried to center it, but a good stick from McDonald will put it off the side of the cage. Virginia Tech tries to center, but instead it'll be Kelly coming away with it. Turned over and Hathaway now. Doesn't have numbers, he's in, he's got 2 men to beat, and a good poke check from Kondraki. That was a great defensive play, and a good dangle from McDonald will get him in dangerously. But Stevens gloves it down with 5 minutes even to play in the second period.
Yeah, Stevens just relentlessly stopping all the pressure and all the goals besides that Tim Fleury one from the High Point offense. He has looked really sharp this game.
Shots on goal, 29-16 in favor of the Hokies. A bit better than last night. Still not obviously the way you want to be playing down in the shot total. Puck in the offensive end for the Panthers. Cazzola dangles, but he couldn't get a good shot opportunity. Fallon on the far side corner Leaves for Cazzola. He'll kick it to himself. Drop to a knee. Still has possession, though. Fallon along the boards will finally turn it over. And now Hathaway moving with it. A 2-on-2 has Slater. Kuntz and Calkins back defensively. Slater joining is Ballera, but he'll turn it over. And we're going to have a whistle. High Point has not finished a game on top in the shots on goal department yet this season. That is not the way you want to, that is not a stat that you want to have in your favor.
No, definitely not. And even though they've been able to get some wins from that, it seems that in their losses, they're just getting outshot by a good amount, as can be seen here today, and especially last night versus UNC.
And in their last 2 games, really, the shots on goal have just been brutal. You and I were here for that contest against Wake Forest, and that one took a deflection off of a Virginia Tech stick, put it on goal. A tough save made by Stevens.
Michael Ohlweiler that game, Wake Forest game, was getting bombarded.
And he stood tall to it, and he did last night, too. A good opportunity that time. Salvato was looking for the hat trick, but he couldn't get a shot away. Sexton pins the puck up against the boards. Salvato moving with it still. Shot on Smith. Save made, but the rebound is loose and finally covered up. We'll have a whistle. 30 shots on goal now for Virginia Tech.
Yeah, good amount of shots, but not as much as last night, but still not what we want to see out of the High Point defense.
.339 left in the period. High Point wins the defensive zone draw. Egan coming away with possession behind Smith's crease. Rims it all the way around the boards, out of the reach of Pageant, but Macheska will recover. And they'll say that Walter touched offsides. Don't know that I saw what the linesman did there, but it'll result in a neutral zone draw.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that either.
This is a much cleaner game than the one that we saw yesterday, particularly the second period. Felt like we played the entire second period last night, either at 4-on-4 or some sort of power play. Olsen moving in on sides, but he's stripped of the puck.
Yeah, especially for the Panthers, been very clean.
Only 1 penalty assessed to High Point so far today. Oh no, a turnover in the defensive end, a shot, they score. That was a rough defensive play from Andrew Prune, and it results in a goal for Miles Walter. And it's now 9-1 Virginia Tech.
Yeah, it was a brutal turnover, and guy got a great look on Eric Smith and was not able to stop that from happening.
Yeah, that goal not Smith's fault at all. That was just a good play, forechecking from Walter, but also if you're Prune, you have the defensive advantage. You can't let that one up. High Point, since hockey returned to club sports in the 2019-2020 season, has not allowed 10 goals in a game. They are 1 away from doing that here. Smith with a diving poke check. That was a great play from the Purple Superman. Shot forward, blocked in front, still loose in the slot. Backhand pad save from Smith. At the circles, it's Strauss. Cross ice pass, couldn't be fielded cleanly. Now it's Heitzman. Circles, cross ice pass again. Smith moves over, makes the save. A backhanded pass from Strauss, can't find the target. And High Point moving the other way.
A couple of great saves there by Smith. They had great looks from the Hokies, and he was able to stop all of them.
In the offensive end, Olsen picks it up. Around the boards, trying to find Pageant, can't get him. Olsen still looking for it, but he turns it over. McDonald and Kondraki back defensively as moving in is Mazzuro, but he's offsides.
Yeah, 9-1, definitely not a score you like to see, and Panthers are never allowed 10 points. Hoping that streak won't end, but it's not looking good for it right now.
We saw ECU lay 12 on William and Mary last night. And a 12-0 shutout victory for the Pirates. That'll hurt High Point in the conference standings. High Point still yet to play a conference game. That'll change next weekend against Christopher Newport. We won't have a broadcast for that game, but we will be live tweeting updates, and we'll be back at 3 weekends from now with a stream against Elon on October 22nd, and we're going to have a penalty called. It's going to be, looks like, a roughing penalty. Going to see who's go to the box. Haven't seen either door open, and it looks like it's Sean Kelly who's being escorted to the box. So the second penalty of the day for High Point. That'll be a busy weekend on the High Point University Hockey YouTube channel. It starts on October 22nd. That's a Friday night against Elon at 10:45 p.m. That game will be from the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. Then the next day, we'll come back here to the Greensboro Ice House for a 4:30 puck drop against East Carolina, starting a 2-game weekend series against the Pirates. That will conclude with a game on Sunday against the Pirates back in Winston-Salem. Penalty kill starts with a loss in the face-off circle for the Panthers. Under a minute and a half to play in the second period. Behind the goal line, centering pass is broken up. Strauss at the point, slap shot through, and it goes wide. And High Point clears.
Panthers unable to get that offensive pressure we were hoping would happen after the first period intermission, but
well, to be fair, they did come out of the gates pretty good with some offensive zone pressure. Weren't really able to make much of it as we're now under a minute to play in the period. Shot on and it goes wide. That was a dangerous opportunity. Morrison had it all alone.
Yeah, they
shot on and it hits the bar, and Smith able to seal the post and keep it out. So the power play having a couple of good chances for the Hokies early on. 55 seconds left in the man advantage, 30 even to go in the period. Smith has looked good in relief of Sean Moreau, and we're going to have a whistle. Looked like offsides. 24 to play in the period now.
Eric Smith, another great save there. Although 4 goals have been allowed under him, he's definitely had some nice-looking saves on some really good looks from the Hokies.
24 seconds left in the frame. High Point loses possession, 15 seconds left. Virginia Tech keeps it in on sides. Centering pass, not able to be broken up, but not able to get a stick to it offensively either. Virginia Tech still moving with it, and they hit the post with the shot again with 1 second left, and that'll do it for the second period. So that will do it for the second. And it's a period that sees Virginia Tech extend their lead from 5 to 8. High Point does get on the board, though. It's 9-1 as we head to the second intermission. We'll cut the ice again, come back for the third, and see if High Point can salvage anything from this game. It's an 8-goal advantage for the Hokies. We are back at the Greensboro Ice House, third period of action. I'm Graham Tuck, Luke Ardizzone with me, and there are 22 seconds left on a penalty kill for the Panthers. Sean Kelly in the box for a roughing penalty, and High Point finds themselves down 9-1 at the start of the third. Luke, what have you seen in the first two periods? Not necessarily that gives you cause to believe that High Point can come away victorious in this game, but at least something to draw upon as you move towards next weekend.
Yeah, definitely they have not looked their best this game, but I did see a stronger defensive pressure in the last period, especially starting off. I think they got a little momentum after the first period intermission, but they quickly were able to do it. But I think if they can just capitalize on their offense and keep their defensive pressure strong during the power plays, they were able to do that last period and not allow a goal during the power play. I think they can at least maybe keep this lead tight and move forward with the season.
And we've got a couple of developments here. First of all, the power play has expired for the Hokies as we've got 19 minutes and 1 second left in the third period, but being replaced in net is Vince Stevens by Bryce Sniger. So Sniger, the new goaltender for the Hokies. Eric Smith still in there for High Point.
Sniger getting some reps after the Hokies taking this big lead.
Hokies repossess at their attacking blue line, but they'll lose it. Calkins will bring it back. Calkins, no McDonald behind his cage.
Well, only allowing one less goal, Eric Smith has looked a little bit sharper than Sean Moreau did in the first period. I think going forward, if the Panthers really want to prevent these high-scoring affairs from the opposing teams, they really are just going to have to keep the shots and the good looks that the other teams are getting on their goal, because they are really struggling with that.
And the defense has been a struggle for the Panthers so far this season. They've allowed at least 4 goals in every game they've played except for one.
That's not exactly what you want to see. You don't want your games going to a shootout or even worse, coming from behind for the majority of the game.
And I actually stand corrected. They've allowed at least 4 goals in every game, period. Oh. And they've allowed 4 twice. They allowed 8 to Lewis. Denison hung 4 on them. Then East Texas Baptist 6. North Carolina 8 the first time, 7 last night. Wake Forest scored 4 goals in that tie. And now Virginia Tech with 9 and counting.
Yeah, those are rough numbers to see for a team and a defense. That High Point is just going to have to improve if they want to have any more success this season.
Hokie takes a spill. They're in on sides, though. Cross-ice pass, looking for somebody on the back door, but unable to be there for it was Morrison. Morrison will deflect it down for Mudge. High slot, Hogan up at the point, finding a deflection from Potocny, but not on net. Sexton with the puck, trying to clear the zone. Won't be able to. Mudge dances around Kennedy. He'll leave it for Hogan. And the puck clears the zone.
Clearing the zone, but the Hokies just coming right back at it.
Pad save from Smith, unable to get to the rebound, but Macheska clearing trouble. Hogan drops it down for Potocny at the circles. He'll regain possession, turn it over to Grill, who clears the zone, and at the red line, the Hokies get it right back. It's Morrison across the blue line. Dances around Kuntz. And off the boards it'll go, and it goes the other way. Virginia Tech still possessing here in the third period. Kuntz off the boards. He'll rim it around, and Sniger touches the puck for the first time.
Yeah, as far as possession has gone this game, it's been very one-sided. Virginia Tech has definitely controlled the puck the majority of the game.
Pass off the backboards by Morrison. And now Padgett moving in on sides. He has Grill with him. Padgett a shot and a stick save from Sniger. That was a tough opportunity for High Point there. They were in a line change, and Pageant had a chance, wanted to wait for numbers, but unaware of the fact that his team was going off for a change, just never got the help that he was expecting.
Yeah, those kind of looks, though, are what the Panthers are going to need to at least thin the lead, maybe get 1 or 2 more goals to make it not look as bad, but this game is definitely out of reach at this point. The only thing the Panthers can do now is just work on their mechanics and be hopeful for the future.
In all alone and 5-hole. Smith gets beaten. Whistler scoring the goal. The captain nets number 10 on the day for the Hokies, and that is the first time in at least 7 years that High Point has conceded 10 goals in a game.
Yeah, not a new record the Panthers wanted to set today, but unfortunately that is the case.
It is 10-1 in favor of the Hokies. And perhaps not the best music choice from AC/DC there, as this game has gone from bad to worse for High Point. Smith will put a stick to that one, and a play hit after the play. A Hokie was all up in Smith's business. It's Eric Slater.
A fight breaking out here.
And still after the play, Arsenault sticking up for his goaltender. And this is what you don't want to see in a game that's gotten out of hand. And I'm surprised that Arsenault is being taken to the box and not off the ice. We talked about it last night, and I'll say it again. In plays like that, the second offender is always the one that gets caught. It looks like Christian Kuntz has gotten caught as well. And man, oh man, the penalty door is not opening for Virginia Tech quite yet, if at all. So this could be a 5-on-3 and potentially a long one at that. Kuntz and Arsenault in the box, and the officials deliberating.
I think they're going to see if any Hokies are going to go to the penalty box, but if not, it's going to be a very difficult situation for the Panthers. 5-on-3 is not what you want to see, especially down 10-1 right here.
This is a Virginia Tech team that we didn't really know a whole lot about coming in, because Virginia Tech was a very solid program 2 years ago pre-COVID. They were very competitive at the M2 level, and now the penalty box is opened up for Virginia Tech. It'll be Slater going in. And I think that's the right call there. I also would expect this to be a power play of some sort for Virginia Tech. How long, though, I'm not sure. But back to Virginia Tech's program, they were very, very competitive at the M2 level in the ACCHL before COVID hit, and then they lost a lot of talent at the top of that roster. A lot of students graduated, and a lot of students left the team, and the staples of that lineup were gone when this season started, but they still have some upperclassmen that have hung around. I mean, for one, Sebastian Biondi, the goaltender from Beaver, Pennsylvania, he's not in the lineup today, but he has been a staple of that Virginia Tech team for a while now. Potocny's another one that has been with the team for a while. And those guys are really holding down the fort. And as we've seen today, this team is no worse than they were 2 years ago.
Yeah, they really have looked good today. And it is a 4-on-3 power play. Or actually,
it is a 5-on-4 period.
5-on-4.
Kuntz is assessed the only non-coincidental penalty. There are 2 minutes on the board to CK. Slater and Arsenault assessed coincidental penalties. How long they are for still remains to be seen. That one in front of the net, deflected by Peduzzi.
Yeah, my mistake on that call there, but I think it was the right call putting Slater in there. So it seems he was definitely a part of initiating that scuffle.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, the second offender is always going to be the one that gets caught, but it's the right call by the official to book the instigator as well. A good glove save from Smith after a shot on from Missouro, who's already got at least one goal tonight. pad save from Smith on the penalty kill, and now Fallon dumps it down the ice.
Nice move there.
14:21 to go in the period and in regulation. Dancing around is Salvato, but he'll lose it. And now collecting it in the neutral portion of the ice is Balera. Masuro. Kelly checking, but in on sides is Walter. Walter, pass to the slot off the post. That was a great opportunity from Peduzzi. But Smith got over just enough to alter the course of that shot. And there's 26 seconds left on the power play.
There's been a couple of those looks by the Hokies, but glad that they were not able to capitalize on that.
Across the red line, now the blue, are the Hokies. Dancing in is France. Near side circles. Back up to the point, it's Strauss. The penalty expires to Kuntz. We're back to 5-on-5. Mudge.
Nice.
Still with it is Mudge.
Nice job by the Panthers being able to hold down the fort during that power play.
Strauss and a pad save from Smith. And we're going to have another penalty called, or maybe just a stoppage. Two Hokies collapsed on top of each other. And both Arsenault and his counterpart in that scrum, Slater, have been released from the box. Doesn't look like we're going to have the doors open for anyone else. Or maybe we are.
Might have spoken too soon there.
Now, it looked like Potocny was heading towards the penalty box, but just back to the bench.
Yeah,
so
okay.
13:06 left in the regulation period. It's a 10-1 advantage for the Hokies of Virginia Tech. And let's just put it straight and simple. This is a Panther team that got their teeth kicked in this weekend. But it's a weekend that you need to kind of assess where your team is and start taking things more seriously and really assess what are the things you need to work on the most. Because next weekend is the weekend where games start to really count, the first weekend in conference play.
Yeah, definitely not how you wanted to go into this weekend, allowing 17 total points so far off of 2 games. But I think the Panthers can bounce back from this and come off with a strong start against their first conference opponent next week. They really are going to have to work on their defense, though, if they want to have some success.
Kondraki blocks that one. Off the board, Slater gets it back. Cross-ice pass found a darting Whistler who scored the 10th goal. Couldn't put a shot on goal, though. Moving with it the other way is Ryan Henry. Henry in on sides. He's harassed by a couple of Hokies. And collecting it was Sean Kelly for a moment, but moving the other way with it now is Hathaway. He'll lose it. Panthers the other way. Pageant racing for it, and he'll find it behind the goal line. Under 12 left in regulation. Pageant off the boards, looking for Macheska. It's out of his reach. And Prune can't keep it in at the point. Andrew Prune. Salvato has it. Off the end boards. Leaves it for a teammate. Panthers forechecking relatively hard here. And it'll pay off. But a turnover in the offensive end, and now Virginia Tech looking to break away with it. But instead it's Olsen, has it on his stick, still loose in the slot, and a good poke check from Sniger will clear that. Good chance from High Point.
Yeah, looks like a costly turnover there, but High Point able to regain possession.
And Olsen is traditionally a defenseman, not the kind of guy that is used to having to dance around a couple of men in all alone in the crease.
Yeah, definitely a little bit out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, you could tell he was not used to that kind of situation there, and Sniger will cover. Olsen was in on that play along with Fleury and Macheska. 10:42 left in the period.
I like the looks that the High Point offense was giving us there. Hopefully we can see some more for the rest of the period. Maybe capitalize on a couple goals, but regardless, this is what we've really been wanting to see for the whole game, but definitely what we want to see during the season.
Chasing it is Calkins. Smith will clear the trouble instead. 10:30 left in the third period. It's a shot from the point off the stick of Heitzman, but it's out of play after Smith got a blocker to it. Through a period and a half, Smith has allowed 5 goals. Moreau allowed 5 in the first. Not all of them were each of their faults, but this has been a blowout from the start. Virginia Tech scored less than 2 minutes into the first period, and now puck loose in the blue paint. Smith can't cover it. Puck still loose, and finally Kuntz clearing trouble.
Wow, I don't know how that got out of there. I thought that was for sure going in, but Panthers able to get it out of there.
Hokies were in the right place at the wrong time. And now moving with it is Dakota Sexton. Sexton behind the net. Try to drop pass, it doesn't get through. Kennedy off the boards for Fleury, and now a one-on-one for Walther. Moving in, cross ice, shot, he scores. Walther with a pretty move to get around Tyler Calkins, and Smith couldn't slide over fast enough. It's 11-1.
Yeah, definitely not the goalie's fault for all these scores, but definitely going to have to see some better play out of the goalies going forward. As it is 11-1, down by 10, this is not the kind of scores you want to see.
Under 10 to go. And we're going to have a whistle here with 9:34 left in the period. And Kondraki's going to go to the box. It's going to be another penalty kill for the Panthers. It's a penalty kill that's been pretty good in the last couple of weeks particularly, and it's been flawless so far today. Can you believe that, you know, with the way that High Point has allowed goals, their penalty kill has almost done better than their 5-on-5 defense?
Yeah, it's definitely one of the things you want to take away from this game is, although there was not a lot that went right, you definitely want to look at the penalty kill and see that has been good this game and good this season. Make sure to continue to work and focus on that throughout the season, as that could be a game changer going forward.
Cazzola was racing for the puck, but a great diving play that time from Griffin Mudge breaks up the shorthanded chance for the Panthers. 20 seconds gone on the penalty kill, 9:10 left in the third. Centering pass, and it's broken up. Arsenault took a hit along the boards. Morrison, far side circles, cycles it around for Potocny. At the circles, dancing behind the cage. Little bit of a pass, and it's a good save from Smith. It's the 44th shot on goal for the Hokies today. And trying to keep it in at the point, the Hokie defenseman Mudge did the job for the time being. From his knees, Franch passes it back to Mudge. Cross ice, one-timer fanned on by Morrison. Not a shot on goal quite yet. But still time, 41 seconds left in the penalty kill. 8:15 in the third remain.
The Panthers just got to get it out of their own territory.
At the red line, it's intercepted. The clearance attempt from McDonald didn't quite do the job, and the Hokies are off sides. 27 seconds left on the penalty to Kondraki, and 8 minutes and 1 second left in the period.
Yeah, not a lot of time left, but I'd like to see some more offensive presence on the Panthers, because the Virginia Tech Both goalies have remained relatively untouched. The exception of that goal from Fleury we had early in the second period.
And a pretty goal it was. But it was too little too late. Puck picked up by Peduzzi. Under 10 left in the penalty kill. Seven and a half to go in the period, and the penalty kill expires. Peduzzi tried to pass it to Salvato. Salvato takes a hit in the corner from Sean Kelly, and a shot from a sharp ankle is patted down by Smith.
Nice physical move there by Sean Kelly. Definitely would like to see the Panthers being more physical also going forward with the season, especially in tough opponents like this. Definitely a lot to learn from and definitely a lot to work on from this game.
And Grill will dump it down. Padgeon's going to try to win the icing race, and he will. Padgeon tried to slam it off the boards for Grill. Doesn't quite work out the way he wanted it to. The lane for Macheska is closed off, so Padgeon will stay with it. Sun starting to set both metaphorically and literally on the Panthers' day. And we're going to have a hand pass called. So we'll have a stoppage with 6:48 left to go in the third period here.
At this point, the High Point Panthers just need to not allow any more goals and see if they can crank another one out and give something to go off of.
Jake Hogan behind the net. Spin move by Slater. He'll dance back towards his own net, start to break out. He's being harassed by Fleury. Sorry, that's Macheska. Calkins turns it over for High Point, and Padgeon moving the other way with it. Has Grill. He'll drop it to him. Grill with a shot opportunity. He scores! Couldn't tell if it took a deflection from Macheska or not, but High Point gets on the board again.
There we go. Something we want to see right there. With only 6 minutes left, down by a lot of points. A nice bright spot for the Panthers offense.
It was Macheska who tipped it in. He led the line back to the bench. And that's Ryan Macheska's second goal of the season.
Yeah, great look there by Macheska. One thing I was going to comment on before that goal, though, is I want to see a decrease in the High Point turnovers. But right after that, Macheska putting in a great shot and a good goal.
And it was a great opportunity from Grill. The defense just out of position for Virginia Tech, something that hasn't happened a whole lot today. And Grill had a wide open lane, let alone the fact that Macheska was screening in front. And it just took a tip at exactly the right time. Moving into Salvato, a good block there from Kuntz will prevent the shot attempt from ever happening. And Cazzola putting a deflection on there. France taking a hit from Kuntz. Behind the net, Salvato has Rowley. Can't get it to him, and moving the other way is Fallon. Fallon off the boards to himself, but he's harassed by Strauss. And we're going to have a penalty call. We'll see what it is. It looks like it's going to be interference. And it looks like it's going to be assessed to Strauss.
A lot of penalties this period. It was a relatively clean game, though, so far compared to some other games the Panthers have had this season.
Especially last night, too. That second period was just brutal in terms of penalties.
Yeah, both teams today have played a pretty clean game. Panthers especially.
5:34 to play, 2 minutes on the board to Scott Strauss for interference. And the Panther power play gets another opportunity. One thing that you can say about the Panthers tonight is that they have been able to get much more shots on goal, 22 tonight compared to just 9 last night, but they're still being outshot by 23. 45-22 is the shot on goal counter.
Yeah, glad to see they're improving from last night, but they really need to lessen that gap between shots of the other team. That's been a big reason that they're down by so much.
Couple of turnovers.
Yeah, turnover game especially too.
Now dancing with it is Calkins. Cross-ice pass, couldn't quite find Fallon. It was a good look though, reminiscent of the pass that we saw from Rob Cazzola last night. I apologize, that was Henry. Give credit where it's due. And a loose puck rolls in on Smith. He'll cover it up with 1:04 left in the power play, 4:39 to go in the period. And for High Point, you can officially start looking forward to next weekend. 1:30 p.m. on Friday is when the bus will leave for Christopher Newport University, which is where the Panthers will spend Friday and Saturday of next weekend. 2 games against the CNU ice hockey team, and it should be a good series. CNU has looked pretty good at the start of the year. ECU has as well, so those are 2 formidable conference opponents that the Panthers will have to deal with this month.
Yeah, definitely going to have to get some wins out of that weekend. Those games are really important and are going to be pretty crucial going into the season, but definitely going to have to improve and work on things that they have fell short on this weekend. Turnovers, and defensive pressure, and just decreasing that shot gap.
And one of the main things that has stuck out is why High Point hasn't had success this weekend is until the third period of each game, the passing just hasn't been tape to tape. It hasn't been crisp. As there's a solid pass, but Fleury fanned on the one-timer in the slot. Cazzola with it at the circles. And you can tell it's gotten a little bit darker in here as day has turned to night. And now Strauss out of the box. He'll pick it up, try the centering pass to break it out. And now off the boards, a chance backhand. Good save from Smith. And an obvious cross-check from Cazzola will go unnoticed by the official. Centering pass and a good save from Smith yet again. That time it was Bolera who had a chance at the hash marks.
Yeah, I thought for sure that check by Cazzola was going to get called. But Eric Smith having a lot of good looks on him there and standing strong and not letting anything come through.
And this team has missed Michael Ohlweiler tonight. But after what he's had to do in each of the last 2 games that he's played, you can't blame the team for giving him a rest.
Yeah, definitely his presence has immediately been missed.
Slater moving in. He's still on hat trick watch. Had 2 earlier in the game. And Smith will play it off the boards. 2.5 to go here in the third. High Point down by 9. They trailed by as much as 10. It was 11-1. .220 to go as High Point loses possession in the offensive end. Moving with it now is Whistler. Slater back to Whistler, can't back down. Bat down the settling puck, I should say. And now the puck will clear the zone.
Good to see, down by 9 with 2 minutes left. The Panthers are still playing strong to finish out the game. And that's what you want to see going forward, especially looking into next weekend.
Under 2 to play. Coots rims it around the boards. And Calkins off the boards. Salvato off the back boards. And it takes a sharp angle. Smith was minorly out of position, but luckily nobody there. That could have been costly. Rowley couldn't catch the turnover cleanly, and Kuntz with it the other way. Off the end boards and covering it is Sniger, who hasn't had a lot to deal with in this period. He came in after Stevens gave a little bit of a rest. 1:17 left to go in regulation here. High Point down by 9. This one's all over, but the shouting.
Sniger and Stevens definitely not under as much duress as Eric Smith and Sean Moreau in the first period.
High Point at risk of allowing 3 shots on goal in their last, 50 shots on goal in 2 of their last 3 games. If Virginia Tech could get 3 more on goal, But with a minute left, doesn't look like that's going to happen. Still, anytime your opponent is near 50 shots on goal, that's not a good sign.
No, definitely not. Definitely want to see some better defensive presence out of this High Point Panthers team.
In the middle slot, the shot was blocked, and now Macheska left it for Pageant, who's in across the blue line.
You can definitely feel the missing of Ohlweiler's presence, but that does not matter with how many shots the Hokies have taken anyways.
25 seconds left, and it'll go behind the cage of Sniger. It was loose in the slot for a moment at the circles. Centering pass from McDonald is fanned on. Kennedy was chasing for it. 10 seconds left. Still in neutral ice are the Hokies. Bringing it on sides, dancing in all alone. Good save from Smith with 2.5 left. Keeping his team within single digits for the time being.
Eric Smith has allowed 6 goals up to this point, but shouldn't be too disappointed as the Hokies have had a lot of great looks on him, and he's still been able to make some good saves this last 2 periods.
And this was a game that did not look good from the start, and it is mercifully over. 11-2 the final. Virginia Tech scored their first in the first 2 minutes of the contest, and that is how it will end. Again, 11-2 the final. High Point falls to 2-4-1 on the season, and they'll be back at it next Friday against Christopher Newport in Hamptons Road, Virginia. But one last time, signing off from the Greensboro Ice House this weekend, I'm Graham Tuck with Luke Ardizzone beside me. Next broadcast will be October 22nd from the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex against Elon, and we'll be with you there. We'll see you next time.